in hip hop.
Okay, let's say SA, because hip hop, I like the lyricist one, but Cannabis, those guys, you know, but KRS1.
Yeah.
So when SA came, the one that broke out was SKWATTA. I used to love SKWATTA
KAMP.
Bro.
Who do you like out of SKWATTA? Because SKWATTA was...
I can't even pick. But I can't even pick.
This one I think is good for you. Would you rather be the best DJ in the world or find true love today?
Yeesh. I said that.
In your honest opinion, how do you feel about it? What do you see? What's going on? What can be changed?
I'd say one, if the leadership is not good, right? People under that leadership are not going to respect it.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
And once there's no respect for that, that means people don't actually take it serious like that. Do you get it? So even when they reach certain points, they don't take it serious because they don't respect the people running it. So if you don't respect the company that you're under, you don't respect your boss.
You are fired.
It's not possible to live without water. That's like that. Look at this already, yeah. Guys,
bro, I'm gonna edit that anyway. I'm gonna edit that. Coming here exposing me.
It ain't possible. It ain't possible, bro. You can live without electricity.
Shit.
Not
Yeah.
without water.
Not without water. Let me say hi to my people. Yo, it's your boy MDK, Mr. I woke up like this. I'm out here finding signal with my boy. I'm gonna try and introduce you. I don't normally introduce people, but I'm gonna try. I'm chilling with Ntona Kokasi, Sejabana, the footballer, DJ, homeboy. How you doing, bro?
Give him that.
Thank you for coming through.
Thank you for bringing me here, man.
I don't even know how to introduce you, man.
For the people that don't know, man, I go by the name of Logic SENYA.
Yeah.
Me and MDK, we come from the same hood in SA. You know, like that's something that's like
people don't understand. Like
we know the same people. We grew up with the same people, same area.
Sure.
Like he went to the high school that I was supposed to be going to before I came to the UK. Like
why didn't you go to prison?
No, I got not finish grade 7, dog.
Oh.
So from grade 7, they man sheep. So they shipped me. So hopefully you got subtitles. Sorry, because obviously I'm speaking to you.
Nah, this one is comfortable.
I'm gonna be speaking for neck.
I apologize. I'm not going to subtitle it. This one is for Kasi. This one is for Majita Vokas. You know what I mean?
Because my guy understands the language, you know, so I'm going to be switching through languages. Like,
Let's
so
do it.
hope the guys are okay with that. The guys that are listening there, bro.
So the name Logic, because Kotava Mavini and whatnot, how do we move from Mavin to Logic?
Bruh. So what happens is, right?
Yeah.
Nigga, how old I was in my 20s, like mid-20s, when I was 23, 24.
Sure.
Me and my boys, we took a trip. We went Trini, so I was like in Trini for a good 3-4 weeks. I was like in Trinidad and Tobago 3-4 weeks. Dog, you have to see the world, man. You know. And then now I like traveling to black places more than anything because I always feel like some black cultures we have to experience. You know.
Yeah.
Because I'm into black culture 100% and immerse yourself into it.
Sure.
So we're in Trinidad and Tobago. It's so nice. It's so Danny. So we're at a carnival now. I think it was Juve. I think it's a thing called Juve. So we're at Juve. Cool. So at Juve now, I am drunk. When I say I'm drunk. We just chipping on the road. Then I don't know what happened. And then I kept on saying, yo, that does not make logical sense. That does not make logic. What's the logic in this? What's the logic in that?
Oh, so you're repeating the word?
Yes, I kept on repeating that same word. So everybody's like, yo, bro, why are you using the word logic so much? Okay, if you're using the word logic so much, from today we're calling you logic. Then from there I just became Logic. That's it.
Right.
And then I ran with it.
So that time how DJ, you know,
no,
DJ.
No, like I know, like nothing, you know.
Fuck.
So I was just there, have fun, you know, with my Caribbean peeps, just there, carnival, winding up on gal, everything. Right? So
you love your carnivals, because even last year, carnival, you never missed the carnival.
All I say, people need to experience, bro. And it's got different elements of it. So what you see on TV is completely different to what you are when you're on the ground.
Yeah.
Because for some people, it's quite
experience.
Deep. Yeah, the experience. For some people, it's deep. It's actually an experience more than just there seeing naked girls and, you know, feeling them up, dancing. Nah. Some people, it's not about that. There's a lot of elements to it. So I got exposed to those elements, and that's why I fell in love with it. So when people see me there, they think I'm there for the girls and the bums, and, you know, and the nakedness.
Let me tell you something. That don't know you, but they just see you from afar. Every time they talk about you, they're like, "Oh, where's your friend?" They call you the quiet one or the reserved one. Now, here's something I need to tell you guys. Reserved, yeah, nicks. Bro, you ain't reserved shit. Like, every time you get a low energy, I don't know, maybe it's because you're comfortable because sometimes I find that you even speak more than me. I'm like, which logic are they talking about? Is it because maybe you give people different kind of personality depending if you're comfortable with the person?
Yeah, because I know myself, I'm a bit, I can be a bit competitive because I know a lot of knowledge. So some people, that attitude, if they'll take it as if arrogant or I know a lot. So if I don't know you that much, I keep, you know.
Wow. They're like, no, your friend doesn't talk much. Logic. They're talking about logic. No ways. Anyway, we'll get to Monate. We'll get to the music thing. But for those people that don't know you, Arabwele back from Kokasi. So you were born Kokasi. Where about Kokasi were you born?
Not simple, like for people to know, to be honest. I was born in Tembisa.
Okay.
So originally, Kimanago Tembisa. And then obviously from there, my mom kind of remarried. Then we moved to KRS1&CANIBUS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then from KRS1&CANIBUS.
So KRS1&CANIBUS fitla at what age?
KRS1&CANIBUS grade 2.
Grade 2?
Grade 3. Yeah.
Skela Sefing, which school?
Skela. So KRS1&CANIBUS, literally when I learned KRS1& Princess, Prima.
Okay. Oh, now it makes sense. It makes sense. So to primary, then you push it. How far? You have to go to what, high school?
Yeah,
and then that's when you
really and truly I moved out a lot. So even go grade 1 or grade 2, ne? Go Princess. My parents moved to Limpopo.
Yeah.
So I had to go with them to Limpopo. So I went to school in Limpopo for like a year.
Yeah. Bro, I spent a lot of time in Limpopo, man.
Yeah. Boy, that's home there. For me, that's home, bro.
No, now originally Kimobedi. My dad Kimobedi.
Okay.
Then old lady Kimotswana. So Jorge Fitle KRS1&CANIBUS is because of the old lady. The time also go Limpopo. Married the old lady. Then Fitla KRS1&CANIBUS. And then KRS1&CANIBUS, you from Kokai, go Father
FG, Father Gerald. Yeah, Gerald. Never was a cheese boy.
Very cheese boy.
Not even, boy. Not even.
Okay,
Don't compete.
Let's do it this way. For people by Lokoromba Blomakukasi, where about go Father G? Go Blomakukai. Let's say maybe also Ngaring. Arto stadium.
Okay, go stadium.
Wabona strata sis khawlang Father G.
Yeah. Kiso, wabona strata sa road, and then the houses that make that road.
Yeah. The straight one.
Yeah, the straight ones. Yeah.
So when now mo lining is straight.
Himodi lining.
Because how feta go right to khona le
go
cake. Cake.
Yeah.
Right in about paisa di ice.
Yeah, ka go paisa di ice. Strata se sinali kevu so ibile setsana ka kevu.
Sa kevu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ke ne le strata sa ka se. Bona ibile ke slibetse ga sentle ka tlhogo.
So firstana bo tebza mrembo le firstana bo pena.
Bra khudle batho ba.
Firstana bo bra kana ke ma OB
yeah. Damn. Khudle batho ba ka fela. Plus obviously rona ba ne re phapa go ka so bona, so we were up and down because ibile ne re dlala disc, re dlala di 60. You know, how we now got the biscuit, got the ice, la kala fela, you know. And then how the 60 you've got the elders, the older ones, and then you've got the younger ones in between. You know? So if you're good, you get into that mix. So
I think na coach inner seat.
Inner seat.
And then you telling me gore wena no dlala inner seat.
Yeah, I was there.
I used to play for internationally because they coach Apple. And then obviously I moved to inner city. There, and then I moved back to international.
Okay.
So I never got to meet you at that time. Because Nagutla was you're like, no, inner seat. I'm like, yo, okay. No, it's cool. So I reflect on musicing. Growing up, Kokasi. Did you like it from Kokasi? How no go primary school? Did you like the music, the DJing thing, or at that time vision nearly different?
Bro, I was always into music because I remember one time Kokasi nearly New Year's.
Yeah.
So now you're to nigga going through near grammar. You know, grammar they call it
sound system.
Sound system, and that's how you know I'm old school. You know what I mean? Sound system. Yeah, you tell them maybe. That's what they used to call it. Yeah, it's sound system. Yeah, it's got pieces, so it's got layers. So you've got the vinyl bit, vinyl, cassette. So I used to record. I remember the first time I fell in love with house, Jam 666. Jam 666. Yeah, DJ Fresh.
Sure.
Yeah, and then they used to drop. They used to drop.
That's a compilation.
Yeah, it was compilations.
Yes,
and
sure.
Jam 666 at 6 o'clock every day.
Yeah.
They used to every Friday. I think it's every Fridays or every day. Yeah. They used to play like house mixes.
House music.
Yeah. And that's when that's when I used to record. So I guess in that cassette that I used to record the songs because my dad had a lot of tapes, empty tapes as well.
Yeah.
So I used to take them and record a lot. Record from house to hip hop.
Yeah.
And then on the streets. One time New Year's there was a party. I just came in and be like, hey guys, let me play my music. Yeah. They're like, what do you mean your music? We're like, yeah, I can have music money tapey. So they put out the sound system. I came. I started playing tapes, bro. I play, fast forward, you can play, but literally I'm DJing with tapes, bro. And people actually liked it. So what shocked me is people actually liked it. I was like, oh, people actually fucks with this. Like, yeah. I was like, oh, they fucks to my. That's when I realized, like, hey, no, you got the ear for music. You know what I mean? And then from there, as things grow, and I started realizing there's actual DJs. Yeah. That's when I started thinking, yo, maybe I should try this because I like collecting music, even in my spare time, whether it's hip hop, whether it's house, whether it's R&B, whether it's jazz, whether it's country, whether it's
my man said country.
Yeah, I mean, I like old school.
Yeah.
Like I just like music. Like that's literally, I just like if you see my playlist, you'd be like, oh snap, dude, I thought you only listen to us. Bro.
Yeah, no, I've played from your USB once. I was like. And then this guy, black coffee, like the album I was like, yo, this guy deep. And then Letayama, or I would say your dad, was he into music?
Yeah, my dad was into music, bro, and he was into different music. That's the thing.
Okay.
At that time, he used to buy R. Kelly, like when he TP2.com, you know, and plus he had a Merc. So those Mercs had the shuttles.
Okay.
It's like this exchange. So he used to just buy music, just even before. Yeah, okay. And then obviously, well, those times. And one thing I realized why he liked music.
Yeah.
Because we used to drive Limpopo.
Yeah. So
that long journey from Kagiso to Limpopo, it's a good five hours. You get my point? So in that journey, you kind of fall in love with the music because you can't just sit in a car, be quiet, innit?
Yeah. Like you gotta.
And it's ultimately tapes to buy. So even when I was young, he had a lot of tapes as well. And he had different music because through that journey, you can't just listen to gospel alone because it's after 2 hours and our gospel is dead, bro. So you want something else, So through those journeys, as we were driving, he just used to just switch up,
play that.
Yeah, and that's the road trip. It allowed him to do that, and it allowed him to test songs. So I think he would go to a record store and pick songs thinking about the journey. Oh man!
It's like as a DJ, maybe it's a mix. Like, okay, I'm going to Manchester. Let me make a mix in 2 hours.
Exactly.
Okay, I got you.
And that's what helped me become a selector as well. That's why most of the times in England, when we did road trips, like we'd go Manchester, we'd go Scotland. Our guys used to nominate me. Let Marvin do the mix. Let him do the mixes for us. You know.
Sure.
Okay, get a little compilation. Select like 12 tunes. And then we put it in. They're like, oh, bro, repeat that. And you know, you can only fit like 12 songs. You know what I mean? Then I'm like, guys, I only done one. You should have told me I would have done more.
And Mzi is tell me, like, sometimes I watch it like you'd be the one. Like they would know. Logic would pull up some new stuff and something like that. That's good, man. Like, versatile. And that helps you as well when you come to DJ. Maybe that's why the transition for you from house, AMAPIANO, like moving into KRS1 to AMAPIANO, it wasn't that much.
Nah, because music is music, bro. You just hear the same elements in the song. You know how we get 4x4. You can hear the vocals. You know how okay. the bars
The
this much, the
bridge.
bridges this much, so
Yeah.
you can just understand. You're like, yo, this is all music. It's
Yeah.
all intertwined, and you can tell that. Okay, slow down. Okay, if this song is maybe produced at, I don't know, 120,
Yeah.
you know, you can drop it to
To a
115,
certain, yeah.
and then it still sounds okay. Or you
Okay.
can take it high, and it still sounds okay, depending on the crowd. You know, you could you know. So like that's why it's much easier. Even now, I mix AMAPIANO with deep house.
Yeah.
Because they go hand to hand, boy.
Because my piano was
hand to hand, deep house.
yeah, deep house. To be fair, yeah.
It's exactly deep house. So it goes hand in hand. It's nice and slow, and you can mix a lot of deep house with it.
Okay.
Especially the private one as well.
Yeah.
Or maybe playing deep house, people are a bit sleeping. You play my piano there, they wake up.
They wake up, yeah.
And then you go back to the little.
What do you think? But what do you think is different about my piano? Because I know there's a new sound called quantum sound.
Quantum sound.
I've heard it.
Yeah,
I think for me personally, quantum sound will slap, but it won't slap the same as AMAPIANO. Because I think there's something about AMAPIANO that's a bit different. What would you say makes AMAPIANO unique? Because KAMP tried that. It landed, but didn't land the same way. But with AMAPIANO,
let me take you back with KAMP.
Yeah.
KAMP was landing in SA, bro.
Yeah.
Only problem that KAMP did not land is when Pori did the song with Bisiwa.
Okay.
And then the Durban guys, they felt jealous and they're like, you're taking our music.
Yeah.
So what they did in that aspect, they stopped the rest of South Africa making KAMP.
Oh.
Because the rest of Africa was like, what? Look what Pori, you know, Pitori, like, and the Lorona. Because obviously at that time it was blowing. Like,
it was going
They
up.
were traveling. So obviously if it's traveling, it's a South African sound. Everybody wants to jump on that and make bread, right?
Yeah.
And then because they stopped it, they kept it in Durban. And you know what you do when you keep a sound in one area?
In one area.
It's like
you're
gonna die.
isolating.
You isolate everything, and the creativity as well.
Yeah.
It's just from that area, so it didn't come from the rest of South Africa.
Yeah.
So the difference with AMAPIANO now, AMAPIANO is open, bro. There's
It's
no
like,
barriers of entry. Anybody's
it could
doing
be
it.
anyone.
It could be anyone. That's the growth of it. That's why it became a South African sound. So it's not just Ego LXC, Ego Soweto, Ego Pitor. No, the whole South Africa does it, bro. You get guys from Cape Town, Durban, Limpopo, Kimberley, every province, 9 provinces covered.
Yeah.
And that's how it's becoming so big.
What about internationally? Because KAMP came, it landed, but again, it didn't land the same way as the way AMAPIANO landed.
No, the KAMP landed. Don't forget, KAMP was in what's that movie? Oh, dude, KAMP was big. KAMP was in Wakanda, and it was the main Black Panther, and it was the main sound in Black Panther, bro.
Yeah, I remember hearing it there and was
bro.
like,
when that girl was making weapons, they played KAMP. Come on, bro. Don't underestimate KAMP. Bro, it has so much potential. If they let the rest of Africa to produce KAMP, trust me, KAMP would be. But then it's still there. The good thing is still there. Even now, when you listen to KAMP now, bro, you can see, hey, it's fighty.
Yeah.
And the kids now, it's open to the kids now. You get me? As Ricky said, leave it to the kids. Now the kids are just doing whatever they're doing with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I asked Kaya the same question. I asked them, how far do you think AMAPIANO will go? Like, how many years are you giving it?
Bruh, there's no time limit to it. Now it's just South African sound. Don't forget, South Africa hasn't had a sound of its own for a while.
Since I would say quiet,
because most of the time we were biting, doing other sounds, but renditions of
like
other
hip-hop.
sounds, like renditions of R&B, our own renditions of hip hop, our own versions of certain sounds. You get me? This is a sound that's got a birthplace, which is SA.
And it belongs. Like,
it belongs. No, now when we play it, like we feel like because you know somebody kokasi producing it, you know somebody that's doing it, you know somebody that's trying, and it's ours. It's got our flavor. It's got our ear. You understand it when you listen to it. You're like, yo,
this sound is dope.
It's like, you get me? It's like the same way with West Africans, like Nigerians and Ghanaians with the Afro beats. It's theirs, bro. You can't take it away.
You can try and twist it, but it will never sound the same. Yeah.
You get it? It's theirs.
When you hear somebody playing AMAPIANO, do you care if they play it at 120, 125, 116, 130? Do you care personally?
To be honest, I personally at the start, I used to.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, yo, that's their version of it. It's like hip hop, right?
Yeah. But what made you switch? Because I feel like most of us at first, we were like, why are they playing it fast? Why are they playing this? But for some reason, we kind of adjusted. What made you change to say, you know what? It's cool, man. You can do whatever you want with it.
You know, somebody sat with me, because I love music and I understand. Somebody sat with me. It's like, hey, bro, look at hip hop. Do you think they should be Americans dictating how hip hop should be, how you should consume hip hop?
Oh, so like when
Get
you
my
do it
point?
in Venek, what if they
Yeah.
said no?
Yeah,
You're
but
supposed to
to-
do it in English only. I get you.
Do you get it?
I
And
never
they're
look at
like,
it that
you're
way, I
playing
get
too
you.
fast, you're playing too slow. Oh, you're not saying the lyrics right. Oh, you're not doing this. In the club, they're like, hey, bruh, you're not beat matching right. In America, this is how you do it. This is how the rest of the world should do it.
So you're killing the creativity
Yeah,
of it.
do you get my point? And as Black Coffee said, like, music is music, bruh.
Mm.
You can't dictate how somebody's gonna do with it.
Yeah.
It's open to dialogue. It's like you're opening it. Like, yeah. That's when I started like, yo, that's their version of it. Like, so you can't take that away from them. If they want to speed it up, let them do it.
Because they're trying to bring it close to home. Because their music is fast.
Because that's how they consume music. Do you get it? We consume different. Come Zanzi, when we did hip hop, we consumed it our own way. Then we did with WHP. You get me? They did their own thing.
Yeah.
Now you got the new guys. You got the Durban guys. They do their own thing. Even R&B, we do our own. We've got Afro pop. Do you get my point? Do you think the Americans can say, you're not doing it right? This is how it should be done.
Nah. I feel you. That's a good point, man. I like that.
You get it? So somebody sat me down and gave me that analogy, and I was like, you know what? Hey, it's creativity, bro.
I think it's spreading across because most of us are now starting to come down and be like, you know what? If you want to do it that way, you do it that way. But I'm going to do it this way.
Authentically.
This is how
You
I know.
can
Yeah,
do
you
the
can do it.
authentic way.
Yeah.
Do you get me? And you can spread the authentic sound. You'll be like, this is how authentically it is. And that's you.
Yeah.
You can spread that as a South African. No, in South Africa, if you come to South Africa,
Yeah.
this is how we do it.
We do it.
authentically.
Yeah.
But everyone else is cool. That's their version of it, which is cool.
They
We're
can
good
do
with
it.
it. You get my point? Because the music is bigger than us.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sound is bigger than us.
So when it comes to DJing, who are you looking up to? Who inspired you? Because now I remember Kokas in the DJ Harold, there was DJ Small,
Buffy Stars.
yeah, Buffy Stars, Mixwell.
DJ Ken.
Who did you look up to and thought, this guy, man, I want to do that?
I ain't gonna lie, but I say Fresh, man.
DJ
When I
Fresh,
Fresh, boy, you couldn't touch DJ Fresh back in the days. It's Fresh, but Kabzela.
Yeah.
Because they were proper. And you would, when they do a gig, you'd be like,
Yeah.
yo, even when they release compilations as well, for me, I'd say Fresh. Fresh is one of the biggest guys that made me want to DJ. Because when you listen to his mix, him and DJ Kent,
Yeah.
whoo,
Kent is something else.
Heish.
Like Kent is underrated.
Heish.
I don't know if
Heish.
Habama get the sharp or what. but
No, Ken, one thing about Ken, you can tell, he enjoys what he does. He doesn't care
It's
about
not
the
even
money.
about the-
No, he's
yeah,
not about being known. He's not. He knows
It's
he's
the
good.
love for the
Like, he knows he's good. And then he's like, but I don't need that. And he's got his money sorted. So he's just chilling, bro. You can tell he does it because he loves it. Yeah, how about the shine? Like, he's like, nah, yeah, you keep the
You
shine.
do that.
Naive, so I'm
Yeah.
here.
Fuck. Yeah, because for me, I would say coffee, man.
You say coffee.
Yeah, no, but obviously back then I was inspired by the rest of like the freshes and the whatnot. But when it got to coffee, I look at this guy. I was like, this guy's making it look easy. Because sometimes for you to gravitate to something, somebody must make it look easy.
Must make it look easy.
Because then you feel like you can do it. But that somebody who's mash, you feel like, hey, no, maybe maybe it's not possible. Let me leave it. So you get inspired by Fresh. I'm guessing get the time at the YFM and whatnot. How if you more UK? Did you then play music at that time? Did you?
Nah, I think when I came here, I was still trying to find my feet. Because even in uni, I was not like that into music like that. I was still trying to find my feet. Like, I was into sports. Because once upon a time, I thought I could be a footballer. I thought I could be a runner. You know what I mean? So music was not even, it was not there, bro. Music was not a thing where I'll be like, let me try. Let me try a thing. Like, cause
do you think it's because there was not many artists making money from it? Like, we didn't see it as, the same as football. It was like, no, you need to go to school first before you. So music, like DJing, because DJing wasn't like a big thing where people are making career out of it.
Yeah.
So you got here?
I'd say for me, because the good thing about here is I got exposed. One of my closest friends, he's a musician.
Okay.
So that's what gave me the idea. Like, and he went in and he started rapping. So he was dragging me doing radios.
Yeah.
And you drag maybe like grab the mic, And you know how growing up in SA, there always used to be ciphers, people just rapping and doing, and you used to be around there, but you never thought yourself I never saw myself as a rapper, but when you're sitting alone, when you're sitting alone, you're like, you think you are, you're like, man can do this now. We start spitting rhymes, But then I realized I'm not a spitter. After a while, I was like, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I tried that shit. One of my boys was like, MD. Now I was sure, like, I spit the wine, but shit. Like, MD, it's
not yours. It's not yours.
Dala ball, it's fine. Play this game.
No, I made that decision myself.
Yeah.
But then I realized I like being on the back end of things.
Okay.
And that's when I started learning. I'm like, you know what? Let me see if I can try and learn how to produce.
Okay.
Let me see if what else can I do that does not make me the guy in the front, in the light,
yeah,
you know?
like lamplight.
Yeah, lamplight, the guy, okay, DJing and producing them. Like, but what do I like when I'm home? I listen to house music, bro.
Yeah.
And then I realized at that time when I came here, house music was not a black thing, bro. When the tunes that I was King of Sorrow and all that, bro, it was mainly like the old school guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old school guys, and it was old guys, but the young people, nobody was doing that. So when I'm listening to it, I'm chilling with a girl. She's like, "Yo, you're a bit weird, you know? What kind of music is this? I'm like, this South African music. This is what we listen to South Africa. I mean, this dance music, you know?
Isn't it funny that what we call deep house music, it's not deep house music.
It's not
like
deep house.
Deep house music is something else.
But then I realized here, come Zanzi, we slow down things.
Yeah.
Here it's much faster. Yeah, because you hear the tune, but you hear it faster. You be like, why is this track so fast? Like in SA, it's slow. We slow it, but then it's hot. You know, and when it comes down to the aim is not to sweat. You can't be out there julugi, you know. You can't be out there. It's like at the part, like, hey, bro, you know your home is far, you know.
Dennis Ferrer, like, hey, we listen to it like slower,
so here,
but
fast,
it's faster,
you know. Yeah, like when I'd say what's the other tunes? There's quite a lot of tunes that when I came here, I heard them on radio, but they were a bit faster. But then I realized that's how they released.
Yeah,
they released like, well, finally.
I think, is it because Hanare Study compilation we used to slow them down
for the people?
They release them fast.
Yeah, they release
when you listen to the original, but now we kind of like
slow it down.
Chill out a bit.
In SA, the compilations they slowed them all down. Even I think I heard a podcast of Smooth Lane.
Yeah,
we used to take the tracks. We slowed it down for the market.
Is that the Hustler's Corner?
The Hustler's Corner, yeah. And he's like, he slowed. He's like, back in the day, we slowed it down and then Russia compilation, and then we released it out.
And Spoo is one of the people by Bamang inspired.
Originators,
this guy used to rock, bro.
Bruh,
that's good. I started KRS1 Graveyard. Now he's on the more.
He's the only one that survived out of most of the people in that era that did YFM. Because I grew up on YFM. Like YFM was everything.
I think I took
YFM was everything. When Metro came, like, I didn't know what Metro was. But YFM absorbed the youth culture and everything. So Boss Boo, Kabzela, they were all there, bro. There was a lot, bro.
Because that's why it's called the youth station.
DJ Monde, like,
even Kenti popped in as well. Who did you have? You had Fresh, Kabzela, you had the Medaf Hour.
Monde, people coming in there like a mad, bro. Like Fresh was there as well, bro. Like, and the talent that was coming, and you could tell these guys are hungry.
Yeah,
from the hood, all of them are
even
trying
like
to
hip hop. They were hungry. Like when they came to YFM, you could tell.
Yeah, I want to prove a point. So I grew up on that. So from there, that's when I picked up music. Nice.
And when it comes to hip hop, who did you gravitate to? You listen to a bit of hip hop.
I say hip hop.
Let's say South African hip hop.
Okay, let's say SA because hip hop. I like the lyricist one, but Cannabis, those guys, you know, but KRS1.
Yeah.
So when SA came, the one that broke out was SKWATTA. I used to love SKWATTA
Camp.
Bro.
Who did you like out of SKWATTA? Because
I can't even pick. But I can't even pick because I remember SKWATTA was home, but I was bumping that because. Like the whole album, because I like listening to the whole album, like albums, and then pick your tunes. Within the whole album, you can tell, like they were speaking about what was happening in SA
at that time. Yeah.
Within the album, you had songs about AIDS, how people are dying of AIDS, and then you had the tap your ass, girl, I tap your ass,
like something for you to party to, something to educate you,
like they had everything in there, and we were like, and at that time we did not know hip hop like that.
No,
and they just came by.
No, because we knew like you're saying,
the American guys,
we knew Eminem, 50 and whatnot.
But Dead Prez, like those are the guys that were circulating. Eminem when I was in primary. Talib, like get my point. High Text, your Nas, get my points. Like the back in the days ones, you know, you used to memorize the lyrics.
Yeah, I memorize the lyrics.
And charm the ladies with that broken English. Sorry.
How was the transition for you coming to the UK in terms of weather, lifestyle, the way people talk, accent, all those kind of things? Did you find it easy?
No, like for me, I think, I don't know, because I came here with dreadlocks, so people kept
Funny enough, I came here with dreadlocks, bro. There's one picture, if I showed you, you'd laugh.
I want to see that, bro.
Okay.
So most people that I know back in the day, I had locks. So people used to mistake me for Caribbean.
Oh.
Because they didn't know, like, at that time, there was not that many Africans with locks as well. Locks were not in, bro.
Yeah.
So even when I came through, it was like, even my mom one time was like, hey, when you're in your sleep, I'm going to cut those locks.
Cut those things off. Yeah.
Because they were a bit of a taboo, you know what I mean? So when I came here, it was a bit of a, because the English as well, the English was not there, bro. The data was not happening, bro. And you know when you come here, you think you're cute, you think you're nice, you're going for the girls, you come with that broken English, it's like,
yo, man, 10 off.
At least now it's an in thing, to have broken English, you know? People listen to accents, but that time...
It is okay to talk like that.
Yeah, that time it was not on, so I had to do the adjustments now.
Yeah.
Just adjusting, seeing how do I get girls. I think for me, learning how to get girls kind of helped me, because I...
To improve the lingo.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, what's catchy? What's she catchy going? Cool. Oh, you like guys that speak like this, and that's when I got into garage as well. Because I realized, hey, girls are gravitating to, hey, those guys. Cool. Let me sound like those guys.
I stayed on garage, but I didn't stay long. Like, I tried to.
Boy, I got 21 seconds to go so solid. Those guys. I don't know we were there, but we were in the streets, we were in the raves and the party. Because obviously, we were in a lot of parties. So when you go raves and parties, that's what most people were listening to, and you had to know knowing the lyrics. The girl is impressed. 2 and 2, son, I'm about to.
But that teaches you really to relate to different kind of people.
Yeah, and obviously as well, I didn't stick to one because I just like girls that look pretty. Get my point? So I didn't stick to whether you're from this. I didn't know where people were from. I just if you're pretty, we're going in, boy.
This guy has mentioned girls more than 6 times. I get a no. No, but you used to be dangerous, but now you've come down. That's good, man. I mean, we were all like that growing up. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of I don't know. I'm gonna put you on the spot. What kind of girls are you into? Like, logic.
For me,
if you were to say,
this bro. As long as she looks pretty, she's vibey, bro. I'm game.
Do you care about the punta? Do you care about...
No, at one time, I had my targets. You know, you got seasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, summer, no, spring, autumn, winter, you know? So season, I had a season of, you know, girls.
Would you say we start there, but as you grow...
Yeah, as you grow, it becomes different. Yeah, I always say that. Because when you're young, obviously, you go with what's in it. And everybody keeps telling you, oh, bro, if you do a thing with a big bumper, this, that. So you learn now, you can say,
you think that's the
you want to prove, you know? But then after a while, you realize, nah, man, what actually do you like?
Yeah.
And then you start going for what you like.
That's when you find yourself.
Yeah, instead of what's dictated to you by society type of thing.
Yeah. Since you're from SA, bro, I'm going to ask you this about artists dying young, or I'd say most artists. I mean, it happens in other parts of the world. But Komzanzi, I mean, we lost what? Recently, we lost Costa. We lost AKA, DJ Somebody, you know, few cats that are going. What do you think is happening in SA? Is it because is it coincident? Is it just because life is fast? Is it jealousy? What would you say about that?
I say life because people, like, artists always died young in SA, bro. Let's go back to William Matosa. Yeah, my point. Let's go back to the eras of Chico. Chico Twala is one of the only people that survived from his era.
Yeah.
Get my point, that era.
The rest were...
get my point. And that's the person that we can mention from that era. If I say, what other artists do you know that came up with Chico Twala? Because he was head honcho.
You can't mention any.
True, you get it? True. So I think artists always die young. Only the few, like Boo. Yeah. My boy Boo was an artist, but Boo is one of the only people that survived from that era. Do you get it? Like, life is fast. You're a kid, bro. If you got quick money, quick everything, bam, what dog? You get my point. And I'm not saying that you're not even thinking ahead. Is you just living for the moment.
Do you think drugs has anything to do with it?
That's what I'm saying. Life is fast. It can be anything, bro. From drugs to cars as well. Get my point. To alcohol, to lifestyle. It can be anything, bro. Because you are not seeing ahead. You're here.
You just doing.
Because I ain't gonna lie. When I was young, bro, I was here.
Yeah.
I was here more, Papa. I did not see beyond nah. I'm telling you, as a kid myself, you go in a car, shop at the 280. Yeah, my boy, and you want to clock, or you want to clock the car, you want to do stupid shit, bro. That can actually kill your life. That actually take your life, and you're around stupid people as well. You know my point?
Sure.
You're around mandem. You're attracted to the lifestyle.
Like people that don't call you out.
Exactly.
They just let you be.
No, and like just people that are doing foul things outside. You get my point? Things that just being in the wrong place at the wrong time, you get caught as well. Get my point? Because you don't know no better. You thinking that's life. because
Yeah.
that you're attracted to that. They bring certain crowd, they bring certain things, but that's
Sure.
youth, Joe.
Mm.
You get my point? Like from young, we ended up in circles. You're like, I'm like, dude, what am I doing? Shit pops off, boom, somebody's getting stabbed. No, everybody's. You get my point? That's one of your boys.
Shit is
he's
happening,
getting
yeah.
caught. Get my point?
Mm.
You ain't thinking about your life at that moment. You're thinking about you're on the vibe.
Yeah.
You're on fun. So you can youth, dog. Youth's a youth.
Yeah, but I mean, logic is out there. I can tell. We know that. What keeps you level-headed, bro? Because now I know you. Like, in a way, I've been close to you. I'm honest, like, I can assess for this guy. You get into mischief, you do all your things, but for some reason you are level-headed. Where do you get that from?
Yeah,
Is it
you have to.
from your parents? Is
I'd
it
say,
from
I'd say the home, bro. Home plays a big,
part.
yeah. Just having a mom and a dad, that plays a big part. Trust me. Without that, I think you're gonna go south easy. There's moments in my life I'm like, hey, I actually escaped, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I actually escaped because shit could have gone left easily. So I'd say that. And just a reminder of why you're here for. You get my point? You don't forget South Africa, we're at the bottom of Africa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So sometimes that reminding yourself like, hey, dude, I came all the way from the bottom. Did I come all the way from the bottom to do this shit?
Yeah.
You get my point?
Not true.
I could have stayed and done that.
You could have just, because it's a long way.
Bruh. I say nobody knows us down there except ourselves.
It's like traveling maybe 5 miles to go play football, and then you're like, dude.
Oh, bro, what's the point of getting out of the house?
Yeah,
should have
why
stayed
do you
at
come
home,
here?
right, bro?
Yeah.
So that's what most of the time get me level-headed, just reminding my roots and where I'm from. Yeah, and why I'm here as well. Like I came here to better myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying life was difficult in SA, but I came here to better myself, bro.
Nah, but you're from FG, bro. Life was not difficult. Don't lie to us. Don't lie to us.
Yeah, dog, FG compared to the suburbs is difficult.
FG ke sabah, Bojo.
Bro.
I went to Princess. No, but okay, Arshebe Kagi's.
Yeah.
Which suburb do you know in Kagi's except FG? FG ke sabah,
No,
Bojo.
I play Kaufile Leradong. Basha ka di Bika House.
Hospital View.
Yeah. Hospital View.
Hospital View came after. Hospital View keep on tobacco FG. They were like, there's too many people that are poor here. Let me go to the other side. Nah, that's dope. FG was dope, man. It was alright. You know, it kept us, some of us, I had few friends that lived in FG. There was a difference between how Krosa Kanaging Otlech. You know, when you're from Kobatswaning, you go to that side. There was a different, you could feel the vibe is different. These guys are drinking coffee.
No, it's not that deep.
Nah,
Don't let my
okay.
guy fool you. We're still in the hood.
Nah, but I love it, man. You came to the UK. Now we're gonna go into the music thing. Now you meet Monate, because I had Kaya the other time. He gave me the history of Monate, but I want to hear it from you, and you tell me your story. When it comes to Monate, what does Monate mean to Logic?
Monate is like family, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Monate is like family. It's something that was birthed out of, I'd say, is it frustration?
Yeah.
That most of us, we felt like we had better music playing at chill sessions
Sure.
to what was being played out. So we were like, hey, guys, so another question we asked ourselves, what are we doing about it?
Yeah.
You know that question, we're sitting, we're like, we're all complaining that we're playing better music than what's out there when we go out and party.
Yeah.
What can we do about it? If you think you're playing better music than the next man, put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
You know what I
Like
mean?
the same thing we're talking about, saying what people complain, but what are you doing about it?
What are you doing about it? And
Yeah.
that's how Monate was birthed. And we started saying, cool, this is what we're doing. This is our version of how South Africans should consume music, or how Southern African culture should be consumed. And that's how we started.
When Monat is born at that time, where's Logic, where's Kaya, where's Mzi? Because you guys didn't meet via Monat.
Nah.
So what were you doing? What were you doing in your life at that time? How Kaya, maybe Mzi saying, yo, let's try this thing.
I was just, I think that's when my journey of DJing started.
Yeah.
Because how it actually started in 99. One of my guys was doing a housewarming. He just bought a big ass house in Croydon. And then he was like, hey guys, I want to do a housewarming.
Yeah.
So at that time, I ain't gonna lie, I had more money than sense. So what I did, I bought a mixer. I like gadgets. So I bought a mixer, I had a laptop. I already had speakers in my house for no reason, because I just like sound and shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, my guy, I'll teach you. He's like, oh, you're a teacher. I'm like, yeah, I'll teach you.
Yeah.
So I came to his house with all this equipment for no reason. And then I started playing, bro.
Yeah.
And the guys were shocked. They were like, You're actually good, you know.
Yeah.
And then Mimsy was there.
Yeah. But did you know you were good, or
I was just doing for fun. I was doing for fun. I didn't know I was good. Yeah, I was just doing for fun. Only after the guys were like, "Yo, you're actually good," and then not knowing that Mzee and Kaya, they were actually sitting down, speaking amongst themselves that they want to start Monate.
Something. Yeah.
And then Mzee was like, "Yo, if you're gonna start Monate, bring
this guy
in. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, bring him in. He's really good." Yeah, and then that's how I got in.
From there on, never looked back, never looked anything.
I was popping.
Now, when it comes to, how do you balance between Monate and Logic? Because I know sometimes you do your own thing as Logic, and then sometimes you do things with Monate. How do you find the balance between you and Monate?
I think it's like an understanding that at the end of the day, I'm still my own person. I mean, so luckily with Kaya, it's a brotherhood. It's like a friendship. So he understands that, he's a grown man. He needs to do his own thing as well. Yeah. Get my point? So he can do his own thing. And what benefits Logic benefits Monate as well. Because if I do my own thing, I come with the same cloud to Monate. Yeah. So it's not like you're stuck somewhere. It's like, no, Monate, but Logic is Logic. You know what I mean? So if he goes done his thing, they like him there because he's good. They like him there. Yeah. He'll come with that and build the way we're building. You know, it's not that brotherhood mentality. Yeah, it's not that jealousy. Nah, if he leaves here, he's gonna do nah. It's that thing. Nah. He's good, but he knows where home is. You know,
you gotta work together. Yeah.
He understands Wagwan. Like, you know, he understands what we're trying to build and how we started it as well. Do you get it?
And then with the sound, okay, let's move from Monate. The sound of AMAPIANO. You switched from, like you're saying, you were playing deep house, playing KAMP, and then you switched to AMAPIANO now. Would you say to somebody, Logic is AMAPIANO DJ, or you don't want to put a label to it?
Yeah, that's good. I was actually having a conversation the other day with someone. I'm like, hey, bro, don't forget, AMAPIANO, deep house, South African house, quantum sound that's coming, which is the same as AMAPIANO. Yeah. It's South African music. Yeah. It's birthright tag. So I was like, so don't call me as an African, what did I call myself? An African dance specialist. Yeah. Because I do African electronic music. Yeah. So an African electronic specialist. So you don't box me. So I play everything that's African electronic. So I can play them all at once if you want me.
I like
Go
that.
up, down. I'm a specialist. I specialize in African electronic music. Yeah. Yeah, that's me.
I like that. I wanted to hear from your side, because I was like, there's some people who be asking me. Somebody said to me, I remember somebody asked me, like, oh, MDK, you play AMAPIANO as well? And I looked at them, I was like, dude, do you know where I'm from? Like, do you know I don't have to prove I'm from...
You know what I mean?
And even if I don't play AMAPIANO, I don't have to prove I'm from Go.
I'm from the Go. I'm there. I'm Kokas. I'm not the guys that go back to SA, and when they're in SA, they just in the suburbs. Dude, I'm in the hoods. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now they end up I think it was December I went home. Yeah. And then I met a couple of guys from the UK. And I took them, I was like, yo, come to my hood. They literally came to my hood. Yeah, but we went to a party in my hood. They were like, yo, it's popping. They're like, nah, if I'm here, I don't know. I would never travel. I'm like, bro, this is my hood. My cousin is there. I've got my nephew there. I've got so-and-so there. I'm like, you're safe here. Nothing. And then after that, we took them to my aunt's place. We continued drinking. Do you get me? Yeah. I'm like, this is my hood. I'm like, it's a pity I can't take you to KG because KG is a bit far. I mean, but I'll take you to my other hood as well. This is how it is in the hood. It's no violence here. Violence ever. About nobody. I'm like, nobody's gonna rob you here, bro. Just make sure, obviously, your phones are in your pockets. You don't leave.
Yeah, don't be careless.
People are hungry.
That's everywhere. Like, don't be careless.
People are hungry, but nobody's gonna come to you and try to rob you, because everyone will come out the house and rush that person unless they have a gun. Different story.
Yeah.
You know,
nah, that's dope,
we know who. Like, even when I go home, people are like, man, what are you doing in Soweto? What are you doing in Alex? I'm like, yo, this is the hood. I understand the hood mentality. Like, I understand how it works. I grew up in the hood. Ain't nobody's gonna come randomly and start robbing unless you're flashy out here.
Showing up your shit,
You flashing your iPhones.
Everywhere you go. I'm sure even in India, if you've done that, like, I mean, it doesn't matter where you are.
When you're in the hood, you know how to dress. You know how to conduct yourself. I mean, to not look like a victim. Like, because if you're out here trying to look like you're looking.
Have you ever been robbed, Kokas? Have you ever been nothing? Never.
Bro, I feel lucky. I know show my own dog. Look at you straight in the eye. I'm like, hey, bro, one of us is going down, because because I grew up in SA.
Yeah.
Most of these guys, Gini Chansa, they were not, because I grew up with real mandem that were doing this from chat. You can see a chancer from day, but unless you take out a gun, then that's a different story. I'll be like, take my boxes if you want, bro. Yeah, man, boy. Bro. My life is more important than anything.
You're talking about a gun. I'll tell you one story. I was at Nekiliko Varsity, Nekiliko Koyuche. So we walking in Oxontonga. We go in town because we were walking there. And then we got these guys. They're trying to rob us for some reason. I don't know what happened in my head. I wasn't even thinking. This guy pulled out something. In my reaction, there's like 4 of us. The other guy froze. Like you saying, if somebody pulls out a gun, I'm like, bro, I looked at this guy. I saw the fear in his eyes. I was like, there's no way this is a real gun. This guy can't be so scared. And I tried to... Hi, wela mofasi. Utule toa. Joe, yeah. But I didn't know what I was doing.
But how old are you?
We talking 22.
Why one of that youth era? Why one now? Because I'm answering like an adult.
Like an adult, yeah.
If it was back in the day, I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have given you a different answer.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, some of us we were wild. We'll take chances.
Because you're not even thinking.
But now I've got a lot more to lose. You take out a strap now.
Yeah. It's like, yo, even like phone, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I can get another one. Contract.
But back in the day as a youth, you know how we're speaking about youth dying, what?
Yeah.
That mentality again. No, you did. Right, and you took a chance because you were like, man, you saw the fear, you acted on the fear. And don't forget, most people get killed accident murderers.
Yeah.
That's how they get killed. They get killed by somebody by accident. Well, it could have turned south real quick.
Because if it was real, in front of you.
And I'm on the now. He's triggered.
Yeah, I was like, what?
He didn't know what he's doing, and he doesn't even know where he's shooting.
Exactly, yeah.
Because I heard a story like back in the day, my Ginsakala,
Yeah.
They used to stab people but not kill them because they knew where they were stabbing.
Oh.
And then I was told, like, oh, no, Baba Bulaya, no. They accident murder because they don't know what they're doing.
Oh.
Yeah, so they'll stab, like back in the day, they'll stab you to scare you.
Yeah.
But they know they're not going to kill. That stab wound is not a fatality one. But if somebody does not know what they're doing,
then they're going to kill you. Because they don't even know if the heart is on the left or the right.
Because we're not dog. So, hey, information came through.
Tell me about stories of Maginza, because there was a guy called Tebo. And Tebo is still killing
names. I can't mention names.
I'm sorry,
bro. I can't mention names.
But they don't know who's Tebo.
I can't mention names.
But I had a guy in my street in Panada Canaba Patula Trans.
At one point in my life, I actually wanted to be one of those guys to steal cars. And then when South Africa wins, Kishaba 360, because that was the lifestyle. Like Kusheshi, I actually wanted to. I aspired to those people. Like,
I can't blame you.
The stories they were telling, the things they were doing, and you could see.
The things we didn't see it on TV.
Oh, bruh. It was live. It was like,
yeah, this guy's stealing a car.
It was a real life tea.
Yeah.
HD. Somebody calling 9 talk. This last. Bruh, Mukasi. The helicopter. And you're like, yo. And those are the stories. And those guys got everything. I mean,
show.
And those are the people you would aspire to, because that's the life. You didn't aspire to anything else. You didn't want to be the doctor that's living there. Youth. I want to give you.
Sure.
I wonder when I said again, youth. You even surround yourself with those kind of people around you, and then you end up being at the wrong place at the wrong time as a mistake. You know what I mean? Give youth, because we aspire to that. That was life, bro.
Yeah. This is Marvin. His name is Logic. This guy plays football. This guy DJs. This guy is all over the place, man. Logic. Let's talk about the future of Logic. Where do you see? Because now I can tell there's that maturity. I'm seeing a different kind of Logic, which is good and it's normal, and I like that. Where do you see yourself now? Where are you taking this whole thing? The direction that you want to take?
Yeah, to be honest, just now, obviously I'm starting my new events. So I'm starting my own event, which I'll be doing something in King's Cross on the 8th of April.
Yeah, what is it called again?
AMAPIANO&AFROHOUSE. So it's called Quantum Sounds.
Quantum Sound, yeah.
Logic and Friends.
Yeah.
So I'll just be inviting my friends. I'm building for the summer too. It's an outdoor, nice. I'm trying to bring the actual South African style, the way we party, because I've realized here. People party different. They want to be indoors. People don't actually listen to music like that. Yeah. So I want people to chill, drink, and listen to the DJ, the art that the DJ is presenting.
When is this happening again?
On the 8th of April, bank
8th
holiday.
Of April.
Yeah,
okay.
Bank holiday weekend. It's outdoor, but it's covered, and it's got campfires. There's heating. There's everything. So
are you gonna spinning on the day?
Yeah. I'll be playing. I'll be playing with the DJs there too. I got a good DJs there. I've got.
Who's on the lineup?
I've got Tashari. I've got Giggler, I've got Mr. Silk,
yeah.
I've got my boy Fabio, from SA. I've got Dylan Franklin there as well, and I've got my boy Jameson Richard there as well. So I've got good arrays of DJs, man. So it's something that we're trying to build as well, which is African electronic, so that people can understand. Because like since coming here, I've realized black people actually listen to electronic music, but they don't know that African electronic exists.
Yeah.
So and they think electronic music, you know.
Like in the club. When did you get the term African electronic? Like, what do you mean by that? For somebody who doesn't really understand,
it's African electronic. So it's electronic music but with an African element inside. So you can have a vocalist that's speaking an African language that we don't know about, like Swahili or like from
but
Congo,
it will still hit home.
But it is what you like. It's got soul, because most electronic music, I ain't gonna lie, some of it does not have soul. You get me? But with African electronic, it's got that soul that hits. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And the drums as well, percussions, and the instruments as well, different instruments. Don't forget, an African producer, wherever they're from in Africa, they're influenced by where they come from.
Sure.
So the instruments that they come from and the sounds that they come from becomes different as well. And it touches you as an African person because you've got that ear as well. You're like, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
Because I remember I was doing a radio station the other day. I dropped a track called Sabanaxa.
Yeah.
Some guy, he was doing a show after me. He came in, he's like, bro, what is this? What the hell are you playing, bro?
Yeah.
What is it? My guy could not understand.
Is it extension?
It's called
It's not extension something.
Yeah,
with,
it's extension
DJ
with my guy Caesar. Caesar invited me to play.
Yeah, I've seen it a few times on the airwaves. Let's give him a shout out, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Caesar for the hookup, man.
I know it's called extension something. I'll let you. Do you want a riff or are you still alright?
He's gonna. Nah, I'm cool. Caesar's gonna kill me though. But shout out to Caesar for the hookup, man. But then that's another thing Signal? I realized. Nah, I'm good. We're
okay.
Cool.
It's called extension. I thought you were gonna check it.
What I know. Yeah. There we go. Boom. Yeah. So it's called extension. The SA show on EXT radio, actually.
Okay.
Based in Hackney.
All right.
So yeah, shout out to Caesar.
EXT
Listen
radio.
To him, man.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I've seen it a few times on Instagram. I think it's a good thing that he's doing there, man, because he's got few artists from SA. He got few artists from Zame as well. I've seen few people there. Yeah,
man. So that's when I realized the music, because I used to do shows as well with Mr. Silk, the Afro House Party as well. And that's how we built African electronics. And then I realized, like people would come, and when you speak, because obviously we'd go out in the smoking area and just speak to people, because I like speaking to people. I'm not one of those superstar DJs.
I told you he's not shy. You know? I told you he's not reserved. I told you he's people's people. Yeah.
Because I come from far knowing that black people were not listening to house music. It's always good to ask them, like, so what's your take on this event?
Yeah.
What's your take on the music? And like a lot of them came up with the same things, like, I like this kind of music, but I never thought I could find the type that I relate to.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Because there's a lot of people that are looking for different sound.
And then some people will mask it the African electronic with something else.
Yeah.
But they don't actually play African electronic, which there's loads. Like people like Black Coffee, Kulo, people like Black Motion, like back in the day, you've got people like Maporesa, they started this.
The couple.
The couple, and you got a couple of people from Angola, Mozambique, that started this. And I mean,
Jeff Afrozilla.
And it's there, but people just don't know how to access it. That's another thing I realized. People don't know where and how to access it.
Do you think because of my piano popping, we're kind of all like moving into there, then we're depriving people of a certain sound?
That's when we come in and say push both. Push AMAPIANO and Afro House. Because Afro House still exists. My point. It doesn't mean it's died.
It still has a market.
It's still a huge market.
Yeah.
Huge market. Because when we were building it, we realized how big the market. We were filling up Pop Brixton, bro. Like just Afro House, and that was Afro House. No, and that at that time as well, I squeezed in AMAPIANO because that's when nobody knew about my piano. So for me, I was excited about my piano, and when I squeezed it in, people were looking at me like, bro, why? I'm like, bro, this is the sound.
I remember the first time I squeezed my piano. People looked at me funny. I was like,
this is the sound. Come on, 216. I was squeezing there. After house parties, because obviously I had to slow down the tempo, so people were not. But then I realized they were reacting to the bass. When the bass kicked in, you start seeing people like, whoa.
The lock drum as well.
Yeah. And then that's why I took, this is the sound of the. And I remember saying that to Dawn. Shout out Dawn.
Yeah.
That works for Drums Radio. And I remember saying like, yo, this is the sound for the future. Have you seen how these kids are reacting to it? And then she was like,
not really sure.
Yeah.
It's the same with quantum sound right now. It's like
no, but quantum sound, I won't call it a sound because it's not different to AMAPIANO. It's the same thing.
Oh, because it's like just the continuation of AMAPIANO, you would say.
They just added more bass, more depth, and more pitorizi, you know. But it's AMAPIANO.
But do you think quantum is more noisy? In a way,
I think AMAPIANO.
For me personally,
it's just another version of it's like the same thing as African electronics. It's house music, but it's just the African version of house.
I don't know, bro. Because I was on my way, I was listening to quantum, and I was like, hey, it's a bit. There's a lot of noise going on here. Maybe we'll have a different conversation.
Because don't forget, when you create music, when these kids are creating music, they're creating it as it is, right?
Yeah.
Then bring somebody with the music knowledge. And makes it more musical. I add more chords, more rhythm, and structuring it.
Yeah.
Same thing with how AMAPIANO started. It was not like the way you have it now.
Do you hear?
Yeah. You get it? It was quite basic.
Because I remember me and you talking about that song,
66. Right, boy?
We were like, this track needs a bit of attention. Yeah.
Then the guys came in.
They done their own thing. Okay.
Yeah, right, boy? So it starts like that, but you bring somebody musically, they add more layers.
And I'll give you 6 months. A year's time, I'll talk to you about quantum.
But quantum sound is AMAPIANO, bro. It's just a sub-genre on AMAPIANO. So yeah. So I don't see it as something different. It's just the sound.
Cool. Because men look complain about what talk about things that we don't know.
Don't do
that. It's not me. They don't do that.
You know, with South Africans, South Africans handwriting when it comes to
I'll show you after. I'm not the one who came up with this, by the way. What I like to do is I ask somebody to write these things so that when I ask you on the show, Linda, I'm shocked about just to make it more interesting. But yeah, hey man, handwriting I'm gonna edit this part out. I'm sure one of my teachers watching this thinking, I used to get told off, bro.
Oh man,
Mr. Mohali, why you doctor? Anyway. So it's called Would You Rather, ne?
Okay.
Would you rather? Let's go into it. Would you rather be able to speak to animals or be able to speak all languages?
I'd rather speak to animals, bro.
Why?
The power of speaking to animals, bro. Get me? If I can speak to animals, let's pop it off, man. Man can rock up at a party with a freaking lion. Bro, I can rock up a party with a silverback, bro. I be like, hey, and then I'm like, guys, don't mess with me. These are my bodyguards. I'm the OG.
Because they understand.
And then I'm like, yo, you stand at the door. Whoever touches me, just grab him and throw him. It's done. Come through riding. You know, like the Ethiopians come through at a party riding a freaking lion, bro. Yeah. These are my pets.
He understands.
I know him not.
Take him on.
I'd rather speak to animals.
Yeah, I like that, bro. What about different languages? You don't fancy learning different kind of languages?
Compared to animals, I'd rather speak the animal languages than other languages.
How many languages do you speak? If you were to say, except obviously Kokasi. Let me start from Kokasi. How many?
Okay, Velestswana Seda, Spedi Khulutsika. Zulu I can speak but not fluently.
Okay.
Xhosa I can speak but not fluently.
Tsonga?
Nah, not Tsonga. Venda a little bit in Jabulabula, a little bit. That's what I can say. Jabulabula, I said Jabulabula, not Cha.
That's Tsonga.
I know that Jabulabula.
I think.
Or Ndakopa, Ndakopa Sheshe. Yeah, we speak a little bit.
That's Tsonga, yeah. I like the fact that you mixing Venda with Tsonga. I like that. Sure.
So they're all, praat een beetje van Afrikaans, obviously Afrikaans.
Oh, je kan een beetje Afrikaans praten.
Obviously.
Ik ben Afrikaans in Engels.
Ik kan veel, dog. My homemaker is giving it to my colored next door neighbor, bro.
I'm going to show kom met terug passes.
Ons verstaan die talen, bro.
Verstaan nothing.
Dude, I'll tell you a story. I remember in primary school, so there was a fight. This guy could not speak English, he could speak Afrikaans.
Yeah.
So as he's speaking Afrikaans, we're fighting him. So I'm like, hey, ons verstaan nie Afrikaans nie. So they're like, hey, bro, how do you say you can't speak Afrikaans, but you speak Afrikaans too?
So it's like somebody saying, I can't speak English, but they're like, But how do you say I can't speak English?
English,
yeah, I get
so
you.
I'm like, I was supposed to study Afrikaans. Somebody looked at me, he's like, dude, you actually speaking Afrikaans, bro. Why are you saying that? Then I'm like, oh shit.
Bro, I used to sleep Afrikaans class. Guys, don't judge me, yeah? But I used to sleep, literally.
I told you I went to school in Limpopo, so I went to school in Afrikaner school, so we had to speak Afrikaans.
I'm talking Princess. I got Limpopo, it was okay. They let it off. No problem.
You're lucky, bro.
When I went to Princess,
I went to Afrikaans school. Rugby, and then we did long distance. You had to do it bare feet.
Yeah.
No trainers, baba. You just had to wrap what's that? You just a bandage, because you know the Afrikaners run bare feet.
Yeah.
So they're like, what are you doing? I learn now. Why am I wearing trainers? The white guys are running bare feet. Why am I? Why? You get my point?
Yeah.
I learn now. Cool, mazi check it.
I remember go Mahalese running bare feet, Papa. You, but let's mawaza da. Yes, no.
And you know there as well. There's maybe it's getting meat. What do they call thrones?
Yeah, thrones.
The little one.
Yeah.
You have to follow. Yeah, you have to hold that. You can't be soft, bro. So imagine the white guy's tougher than you. Oh, boy. Hey, sit down. You hold it down. You hold it down, bro.
All right, let me go to the second one. Let's see. Would you rather have would you rather have £5 million right now or £2,000 a day for 10 years?
Ooh, that's actually a good one.
Would you rather have £5 million right now, cash, boom?
Yeah, right now as I am.
As you are.
5 million.
5 million.
I'll take the 5 million. Yeah.
Or 2,000.
No, 5 million. Give me the 5 million.
Damn, I knew you was gonna say that.
Yeah, give me the 5 million.
I told you was gonna say that.
If it was back in the day, I would not take the 5 million. I'll say 2,000. But right now, as I am with my mentality and my knowledge and everything that I know, I can buy 5 million, boy.
Is it because you don't know how long you're gonna live?
I know.
Because you like 2,000 maybe.
No, because I could double it.
Yeah.
I can work on to double. Alright, dude. Because right now, my age, give and take another 10, 20 years. I have 5 million. I get shopping inheritance straight.
Shit. I want to tell you something weird. This is gonna sound weird to you, bro. You went to Princess. I went to Princess. Blomego kagiso. Ke blomego kagiso. What DJ? Ka DJ. O dlala diski. Ke dlala diski. Wait, accounting. Ke ditsa accounting. What's going on?
I mean, it's Princess. Because don't forget, Princess, most accountants, so we'd aspire to be accountants because we heard accountants made a lot of money. It was a whisper in the streets.
Do you know that's the only reason I done
It's either accountants or doctors. So we knew so that's why even some people that grew up, but that went to school, accountants. That's why most Kuchai, CASA. And don't forget, at that time, there was promotion, Tabon Beki was promoting people to become accountants. South African chartered accountants. And it was offering them jobs. So you would aspire, because that was the message. That's why you know, that was the message that was being spewed from TV, radio. That's why South African has got quite a lot of chartered accountants that are black. Because that time, that was the message because in Beki,
and even the parents, they were saying, this is where you go.
See, because Mbeki is the one that came up with the law to create South African CAs, chartered accountant. He started that institution of chartered accountant. So he started that. So he wanted to get a lot of people through that. So South African has got its own society, own chartered accountants, and then spread out to the world. So hence why it was in our heads. In our heads that we get into finance.
I told you this guy is not quiet. I told you this guy is smart. You guys didn't believe me. Now you hear it. I like that, man. I like the way you think, bro. You know, the fact that you are, how can I say, you are well read, well spoken, and you take time to, I don't know, do you read a lot?
You have to. I actually don't read.
Yeah.
I get knowledge from other people.
Is it?
Yeah. I like, maybe then and then, but I believe I'm not a reader like that. I tried to read. I sat down. I enjoy books, but then I realized I like the naughty books, you know?
Yeah.
I like erotic books, you know? To read, I like novels talking about sex and shit like that. Then I realized,
reading porn.
No, it's not porn, man. You like erotic, you know, erotic novels. Yeah, erotic novels. But then, because I like speaking to people and hearing people's stories, that's where I get my knowledge from. And then I realized the best knowledge you can get is from speaking to the next man. Yeah, my point, hearing their story. And a lot of people have got a lot to say. That's one thing I realized in the world.
Yeah. Bro, the more people get to know you as a person, you're going to kill this shit, man. Because I feel like, I don't know if it's like you said, you seem a bit reserved sometimes. But once people get to know the logic that I know, this is the thing. And I remember dating one of some, I won't mention names. And she was like, bro, you and Logic, why don't you guys work together? And I was like, it's funny. When I'm with Logic, we hardly ever speak about music. Remember when you play football? I'm like, man, we don't even talk about you know what I mean? Like, it's
good old catch up.
But I think as time goes by, maybe we might work on something. Because you were asking me, why don't I jump in the studio?
Yeah, I was just saying. Because one thing, the difference between me and MDK, one thing I've realized, you're more... okay, maybe we might come back to he's more hood, so he knows the hood, the certain hood words that he speaks, and he speaks it in that way. You know, like Soweto guys, how they speak.
Like
you've got that, and you've got that. For me, obviously, okay, when I gain FG, you know, it's a lack of certain knowledge, you know. So there's certain things I have to pick up from the streets, but for you, it comes automatic.
Now, do you see why people should work together?
It comes automatic. But then again, you in school, scholars are okay. That's the thing. That's the difference. Then you've got that edge. Then I can tell that's the edge that you have on me. That I realized. Oh no, and by saying that means he went school in the hood. So he didn't go to the burbs, the multiracial.
Only.
Like your first school was in the hood. Whether some of us, our first school.
Limpopo, I went
in the hood.
I went to Limpopo.
Yeah.
And then I went Kokasi, and then I went multiracial. So I can relate to all of them.
Yeah. So for me, I actually wanted to go. There's a friend of mine called Temba. He went school in the hood, and I envy that because I wanted that hood experience, like going school in the hood. Because we used to live close to big high schools like Musipatila, and then there's the other one there, Kolengau, and I used to see, I used to see them, and then the Christian one, maybe Zanko, Kolusha, I forgot it. But it is what it is. But then I used to envy because I wanted to go to those schools just to experience what they're experiencing. Because don't forget, going to a multiracial school, first thing, Shara English, and then from English now you've got Batswandi Sapapung, you know my point?
Different kinds.
Yeah, and then you get guys that just speak English fluently. They don't speak any other. No, they don't speak any other language but English. In their household, somebody speaking Zulu, somebody speaking Xhosa, but they black guys, they just speak English. You know my point?
Fluent,
and then you realize levels now. So at least when you're in the hood, you realize everybody's actually on a similar level. And I mean, there's no that. But hey, when you go multiracial, you realize people have swimming pools. People. But
this is why I liked hanging out with Lebafanabak of FG, because we'd go to the same school, some multiracial, then but then I go visit Majita Kada. And then somebody look at me funny. They're like, nah, he's one of us. Don't worry. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So
and you know, FG, there used to be this thing that's another thing that got me into football, because I was like, if I'm playing football for my school, why isn't there local? Because I'm like, Kijimako, football. I'm playing football for the school team. Why Kokasi there's no local team? And then one of my friends, Jeremy's like, dude, there actually is local team. Let's go join them. And then when we went there, we get hood niggas.
Inner city.
Inner city. But then inner city had hood niggas. Like, it was hood niggas. So we come through, guys, we come through all full kitted up. Koko Shimpad. But then that's when you become a man, because now you have to prove yourself to the next man. Because they'll take you like a soft man. They'll be like, yo, you're soft. You look at you.
Whoa, look at the Shimpad.
My point. But when we're on the pitch, we're like, hey, bro, this got nothing to do with stuff. This is about talent. And that's where we got hood respect. That's why most Lukokas people know people like me and people around because of that. Because when we can't match game, they rely on you. They're like, no, put him in. Put it, and they'll pick you over the local guy that thought he was good. But then like, no, back cheese boy, but hey, they're skillful. Boy. You know, and that's how we got most of. And then I used to call a lot of guys that I used to go school with as well. I'm like, guys, why don't you come with me training? But they were all afraid, because don't forget that road, right? When I started saying, Stadium, Stadium, and then Silinka your hood as well.
Kibapo. Like Sisoko Father G,
FG,
Cross Otle,
because that street used to be busy, and guys baba di koko. So me, I used to be like, yo, why guys but di koko na bayava? Why on na sa kanal di koko kontlungu?
Let me translate. the coco is football boots.
It's football boots, my bad. Yo, I'm old school, bro.
I like that though. I like
I'm
that.
old school.
I like that. I like the lingo because for me, how work at the cocks,
what's already the cock? So I'm like, yo, why are these guys moving? Why aren't we doing this shit? Yeah. Guys are like, hey, they'll steal from you, but they'll steal from you. They'll do. I'm like, no, guys, this is about football. Let's go. Yeah. One of my friends took me. He's like, hey, there's a club actually called Inner City. He started like, Adi lives right there. So because we knew where he lived. It was much easier for us to go. Yeah, bro. And then, dog. We even got scouted by KRS1. This time we nearly even played for KRS1. Bro. That shit just popped up for the love of football. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, guys, we're playing stick. They're the same guys. You get my point?
Yeah.
So why can't we go play for the same teams? Stick. We all, we're not playing amongst each other. We're playing amongst guys from there,
Kolusha,
and you know there's no niggas will break your legs, bro.
I used to like it. Those guys have a shapile zolo. Since we were the first 20 minutes, we shape maybe at least 3 or 5 goals because how about so hard?
The football kicks in, bro. And you can see the talent. That's how you know it's got talent. Guys will smoke. Then they'll be but once it kicks in, it's in the feed.
No.
We gave them nicknames because they just had shots, bro. You know what I mean?
There was only one player that I was scared of, Tebzam Rembol. That guy was something else, man. He never got a chance to play professional. I think Noah coach Vela or something like that. But no, that guy was something else. But sometimes Kokas, you would see the talent, bro, and it would just dissolve.
I had guys that were playing for the KRS Chiefs, dog. For my hood, but like KRS Chiefs, they were trying to go to School of Excellence, dude, and that's what you aspire to as well. Because you see them do it, you're like, yo, I can do it. Do you get me?
School of Excellence. Ask OB. We once played against School of Excellence, bro.
I so wanted to go there. And there's guys, the worst thing, there's guys that I left in Limpopo that even got into the School of Excellence. That's how I know if I stayed longer, I should have got in. Because I'm like, how guys I'm growing up around going into that school. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm like, that means that school is meant for all of us, bro. I'm like, let's push to that.
Shout out to my Princess team, bro. We once played against School of Excellence. Like KFC, whatever.
Yeah.
Baretrapa.
Like KFC.
We were 1 man down into
What is the red card?
One of us got a red card like team play. School of Excellence. But intimidating le sanse re kena bana le di packets Adidas, skippers Adidas,
Adidas. Everybody knows about School of Excellence.
You look at them, you're like,
hey, you from SA, that's the school you wanted to go into, bro.
And everybody knows their position, like they're moving around.
But you can tell those guys trained every
day.
That's another thing I told one of my guys. I'm like, bro, imagine imagine what kind of footballers we would be.
You'd play, yeah.
My point, because you're training every day, so it's second nature in your
because you don't even have to think about it.
Yeah, my point.
Even the person that you're playing with know how you play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're playing with guys from Dobsonville, from Soweto, from the
different
other
cultures,
suburbs. You get my point. So you become that good in football that it's second nature. Like you wake up, you eat, you sleep, you dream it. Like, you get my point.
Yeah. School of but School of Excellence, then I wanted to play there. It was a dream. I was like, one day. But then the girls.
And then boarding school. But you know.
The girls got involved. There's one thing I want to ask you, but before we get into it, let me go to the game again. Let's continue with it. Would you rather, let me see. Would you rather live without heating and air conditioning for life, or without internet for life? So would you rather live without heating and air conditioning for life, or without heating for life?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I love my heat. But then internet, bro.
Are you gonna post your mixes, man?
Nah, I'll say heating because I can dress warm.
So you'd rather not live without heating
and have internet? Yeah, because internet I can do a lot with it. It can generate me income. It can do this. It can do a lot for me. I can post myself. I can interact. I can do a lot more on internet.
And you'll make money to buy it.
Heating don't bring nothing. Yeah, my point. The heating don't bring. It has got no monetary value.
Air conditioning.
Air conditioning, boy. I grew up without air conditioning, bro.
Yeah.
That's
something that we don't. We never used to know.
I'm from Limpopo, bro. You sit underneath the tree. If it's hot, you climatize, but the body will climatize to any temperature. So I don't need aircon. Aircon is a luxury, bro.
Yeah.
Can't afford.
Nah, this one fell on your lap. Lucky bastard. Let me try this one. Would you rather be? Yeah, this one I think is good for you. Would you rather be the best DJ in the world, or find true love today?
Eish. I said that. I'd say true love.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'd say true love. Yeah, because being the best DJ is in and out.
In and out.
In and out. There's nothing of substance.
How do you feel about love? I thought you'd choose the other way around. Really?
I'm actually quiet.
What type are you in a good relationship? Are you one of those? Are you the
one thing I've realized, because I had grandparents, I've got, and I'm lucky enough to have actually lived with my grandparents and see them live and do a lot of things. You get my point?
Sure.
So I'm pro that. I'm pro having somebody to grow old with.
Yeah.
Than being by yourself. Because being by yourself, that means you need somebody else to take care of you. And you can never trust anybody to take care of you but your kids or the person that's next to you. You get my point? And I've realized now living, I'm like, nah, bam, it's always good to have somebody. Like, trust me. As you get old, I went youth. I know youth, you'd be like, I'd rather be no DJ.
Whatever.
Bro, after those, once the lights turned off, once everything turned off, we won one man, boy.
We're talking to a different logic right here.
One man, boy. One man.
Maturity. I like that answer, bro.
Yeah, one
that
man.
shows
One man.
Last one. Would you rather live without water or without electricity?
You can't live without water.
Nah, but without water means you can still drink juice if you want.
No, you can't live without water. It's not possible, bro.
Electricity?
So it's like you have to choose water, bro.
Yeah.
You need water. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, you can't live without water, bro.
Yeah.
That's a hard option. Your body needs water to survive. It does not need electricity.
You are fired.
It's not possible to live without water. That's like that. Look at this already, yeah? Guys,
bro, I'm gonna edit that anyway. I'm gonna edit that. Coming here exposing me.
It ain't possible, bro. You can live without electricity, but not without water.
Not without water, no?
Yeah, it's not possible.
I like that. What do you think of these adverts? I don't think they're still there, but you know they used to have those adverts where they say kids in Africa need water, blah blah blah.
Yeah, like UNICEF, they're making money, bro. Look how go check those charities and see how much those CEOs earn, bro.
Bro, they actually are. All right, we're getting a call. We're gonna answer it. Put it on loudspeaker.
That was actually the timer.
What are we looking at? Bro, we done an hour already.
That was the timer.
Oh shit!
That was resetting. Yeah. We've been talking, bro. That's resetting now.
Nah, but it's always nice to chill with you, man. The nice thing is because Ozogoka, I can relate. We speak the same lingo.
And then we've got a lot to speak about, to talk about as well. Yeah.
Let's talk about football quickly.
Yeah,
South African football. It's burning young age because most people, who was I talking to? I think I was speaking to.
But we know Wagwan there. We know Wagwan there, bro.
What's going on?
We know Wagwan there, bro. Like things like School of Excellence are not there anymore. Do you get my point? Infrastructure is not there anymore. You get my point? It's just greedy guys. So they're not doing the grassroots. When we're growing up, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know how much infrastructure was there for the grassroots?
Yeah.
There were things like KFC tournaments. You get my point?
Like we say School of Excellence.
There were inter-region tournaments.
Yeah.
And then provincial. And then from provincial. Then you play for Bafana, then you go international.
You had a chance, yeah.
Right now, everybody's who knows who, they bring in by who knows who. There's no places to manufacture talent. And that's what's killing it. And now any Tom, Dick and Harry can come in now. Like you check the footballers now, you're like, bro, I wish I was these guys, man.
Like, how did you get there, though? Some of them, you look at them like, but
like a basic tap and pass, dog. They can't do that. Do you get me? Whether back in the day, you had to be good. Like School of Excellence will produce, and if you want to be in School of Excellence, you have to be those guys.
First touch has to be on point.
Even playing for your local team, because from your local team, you get scouted to play for Kagiso.
Yeah.
And then from playing Kagiso, you get scouted to playing for the province.
Provincial.
From Gauteng, then
you go to
There was that, and it was set that structure was there for you to actually go, and it was not about who knows who. It's about talent.
The skill,
It's about talent, bro. It's about.
But
talent.
what about in the UK, bro? Let's go to the South African team, the one that me and you play at, the one that we normally represent. What's going on there?
That one. That one, I think.
I know you're scared to affect your political connections.
There's a lot of politics in there because things are not clearly set out.
In your honest opinion, how do you feel about it? What do you see? What's going on? What can be changed?
I'd say one, if the leadership is not good, right? People under that leadership are not going to respect it.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
And once there's no respect for that, that means people don't actually take it serious like that. Do you get it? So even when they reach certain points, they don't take it serious because they don't respect the people running it. So if you don't respect the company that you're under, you don't respect your boss, you don't respect the person above you, you ain't doing no work, my guy. That's as simple as that.
But how can this be fixed, bro? Because last year, did we play last year?
They say this, you have to. Nah, we actually did, but you were running it.
Oh yeah,
and then we won,
and
that was the first time we won something.
No, yeah.
Of those years of playing.
Bro.
That's the first time we came with some sort of trophy.
Which
I think.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
When we won, is it like a Shield Cup or something like that?
Yeah. You have to. It has to be from the way to change it. You have to change the. It's like Kosafa. You have to change the guys from the top. Otherwise, people are just gonna come there without taking. Because it's the same guys. It's like doing the same thing over and over and over. It's a sign of what? Batuasik. Right? Because now we're doing the same thing with the same
repetition,
people. Repetition in the talk.
There's no change.
Oh, how do you think we're gonna win?
I was talking to Sipo. Sipo is suggesting for maybe I should get few guys from like us, and then get Sisa, the Vusi, and then sit down and have a conversation. Maybe from there on.
Yeah, and that would work. Dialogue.
Yeah,
dialogue is first. Dialogue is everything. And now with rumors of this saying this, and then
because you're gonna say this, he's gonna say that, and he's gonna say that,
and then you've got people high up that are willing to help, but they're saying they can't help because you've got certain characters within your team.
Yeah,
do you get it?
Yeah.
So that's even harder. Now you're speaking to higher people that have got reach, but they're like, because you've got those characters, we can't help you on your own. Then you stand
no chance.
Yeah, but so you've got people that are willing to sponsor, people that are willing, but they're like, you've got too many dodgy characters there. You get my point? So there's nothing you can do with that. It's politics. So you're like, bro, if there's too much dodgy characters, the characters have to sacrifice themselves and be like, you know what? This is bigger than us. It's bigger than me. What can we do? Those people, they have to realize that if it's bigger than them, they have to leave it to somebody else to carry it on.
True.
Do you get it? Because regardless, you can speak 20 times, Baba. You can speak dialogue 30 times. But if people higher up are saying, hey, I've got this on offer, I've got that on offer, I've got that on offer, I've got that on offer. But if you've got those characters, libala.
So what you're saying is fresh blood, because you need people that are hungry.
Has to be fresh blood from the top. It has to start from the top.
I was asking Sipo, when we retire, what are we gonna do? Because then there's no OGs. Because right now, you can't play.
We should be the guy. Dude, I can play one game. I can put after that game, I want you what dog.
Even half a game, you like in one of my legs.
These kids can run, boy.
Yeah.
Hey, these new kids can run, boy.
I played with the youth. I don't think you came to that one. It was just the young ones. Like first game, negli sharp. Second game, I was like, yo,
bro.
And I've got the right back calling me uncle. I'm like, yo, hey, dear boy.
What do you think I dropped? It's like, you know when you realize you're getting old? Yeah. When you go from playing wing, when you go from playing striker, wing, to now you're in defense now.
At the back.
Now you want to rest. Yeah. You're not running as fast as well. Now you've got experience now. That's when you know. Okay.
You never used to think.
No. You
waste
just
energy.
Anytime I could be like, yo, I play right wing and left wing. Boom, bring me in. Bang. I'm like down the flanks like it's nothing. But now I'm like, guys, I'm in defense.
Yeah.
Regardless. I'm like, let the kids run.
And you start shouting. Nah, it's cool, man. I think I'll try and do that. I'll try and speak to the guys. Maybe we can sit down and have a dialogue, discuss it. Because I feel like SA football in like abroad is dying, bro. Which is not a good thing.
But then again, that's why I said leadership, bro. All it has to do with leadership. If the leadership sees it, so how are the kids seeing it, but the leadership is not?
Yeah.
Because if you see something dying, what do you want to do? You automatically want to change it. And you call up the kids. You're like, hey, kids, come, listen to the kids again. You call up the kids. You're like, guys, we are dying. What can we do to resurrect?
Yeah.
Because you can't like literally you can't pour the drink down the sink but still using the same dirty glass.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
It's the glass is still dirty.
So
the drink, regardless if you pour it again, it's
still dirty. Either you wash it or you buy a new one.
Bro.
Like
either you wash it, or replace it. Or replace it.
Yeah.
Or crack. Okay, let me not say a dirty glass. Let's say a crack glass. Yeah. a cracked glass. You can't use it. You have to replace it fully. If you pour more drink, it's still gonna leak.
It's still gonna leak. Yeah.
Sorry, my first analogy was a bit wrong, but
I got what you say. Yeah. Like if it's leaking, if you keep pouring water, it's still. And now we pay.
So to change the glass fully.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to change the glass fully.
Yeah, man. I think it's sad that right now there's nobody handing over.
And that's the
I still
only
repeat
way.
this conversation. OGs, we don't have OGs. I don't know why. The same with like ANC and whatnot. People that are like that were leading when they were young, they're old now, but they don't want to retire and give it to the younger ones.
African politics, man.
Yeah, nah, that needs to stop, man.
Yeah, African politics.
Anyway, Mfana, before we wrap it up, there's a question that I always ask my guests all the time, Mfana. If there's anyone that you like to give flowers to in your life, whether it be somebody who's still alive or is gone, who would that person be that has played a major role in your life that you'd like to say, if it wasn't for this person, I wouldn't be where I am?
It'll be my parents. I'll say my parents.
Yeah?
100.
Mom and dad.
Old lady more. If old lady did not take the risk of getting on a flight and coming here and sacrificing everything and taking that risk, I would never be here. So I'll give my flowers to old lady, Baba, nobody else. Lady. From old lady, Baba, it's a jump off.
But how's the relationship with my old lady now?
I'm not. She's good, yeah. She's getting ready to go back, so.
I'm not that my old lady.
No. How can you pay the dog? You can't do that. Old lady, Baba. You make a lifestyle like the whole, your whole life starts changing. It's not the same. You know what I mean?
How's your petty though?
I mean, are you fresh? I
like the way this guy is caressing petty. Bro, I'm petty too, man. Yeah. It's crazy because sometimes when I talk to my dad is like, these people don't know how you can actually speak petty. And then when I'm in Limpopo, they're like, can you speak Tswana? I'm like, yeah, in Petu.
I can tell you a short story. I remember when I moved to KRS1, I didn't clock like. For me, I thought we were all speaking the same language. I didn't clock Tswana.
So
when I got there, when we were speaking, they call sweetie the sweet. I call it my sweet.
Yeah.
And they always used to correct me. And then when we started playing football, I saw me, because obviously I play football in Limpopo.
Yeah.
Coupa di blocks.
Yeah.
Bra. These guys are the blocks again. They're like, oh, not Pitor. They start calling me Pitor. They're like, hey, Pitor, why do you call them the blocks?
Yeah,
Pitor, they call them the blocks.
How did we call them? Let me give it the blocks.
Yeah, no. How about we see blocks?
Yeah, but how do we get to the blocks? The blogger in because the chimpanzee.
No, ma, they're blogger because we're the chimpanzee. The block, I don't know. Ma, guys, call them the blocks. How be my coats? How be my socks?
Okay, I got the cogs.
Hey, get the cogs.
Why did we say the cogs?
Because Dina lead is this spike. So get it yeah. So exactly. Okay, that makes sense now. That makes sense. Because when you're walking, so that's how you go the cogs. Because when you're working on contract, that's the sound that it makes.
And then I remember strip. Why did we say didn't strip? Because the runner kid, I remember kid. But it's strip, la strip.
Yeah, la strip. Maybe was strip. Maybe not strip. Strip. Oh, when you do a skill, was strip. What's a skill? Yeah, I'm not strip. Hey, what better strip? No, mama. What better number 10? What's a show me a number? Then you like, then you want your face, Yeah, I'm not strip. Strip la di play. Strip la bat. Maybe that's what I don't know. Because maybe not strip, but wipe your face, What's a show me a number? Wipe your face. I'm not strip la bat. And not crazy though. We don't know.
Yeah.
It might be that, it might come from that.
Logic. But thank you very much for coming through.
Likewise.
I appreciate you, bro.
Hey,
always
we should do this more often. I might come back again.
It's nice. It's beautiful, man. It's easy. You know what I mean?
Easy chatting, conversating.
Nah, I'll try and get more guys to come through, man.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow this thing. So I'm gonna ask you guys, please subscribe, click the buttons down there, share it, tell your friends to tell the other friends, to tell the other friends, and to tell the neighbor. We're finding the signal right here.
It's out there. Just find it. It's out there.
And if you can talk to animals as well, like Logic, please.
They'll find the signal.
Tell them.
They'll find it. We'll have them here at the door.
Sure. Thank you.
Sure.
Sharp, man. Boom. Sharp ngayon. Kimana re push is the hour.
Ish, bro.
Is it another hour?
Yeah, that's now 20 minutes. On top.
Shit.
On top.
Should I stop recording?
You can stop recording.